Good morning. This is Giovanni Gallucci, joined by Chloe Dawn and Rachel Donovan, and this is the Daily Trend Report.
Morning, Giovanni. I brought a crazy water, and I'm once again not going to drink it.
Morning, both. I rolled in off the highway a few minutes ago, keys still in my hand, coffee that's mostly gas station, ready to go.
Perfect. Today we've got a coffee chain turning its own staff into a paid content roster. A protein squeeze quietly moving shelf space from the little guys to the giants, and the unedited one-take video that ate the internet this week. Rachel, you're up.
So Eddie put this near the top of his stack, and it's the kind of thing that sounds like big brand news until you actually look at the mechanics. Starbucks just became the first brand to pilot TikTok's custom creator network. Baristas opt into a program, they get auto-tagged into the brand's own creator network inside TikTok, and Starbucks can find their posts, brief them, and put paid spend behind the organic stuff. The employees earn a cut, same as any creator.
Right, and everybody's going to read that as a Starbucks story, which is the least interesting part of it.
So what's the interesting part?
The interesting part is that a 12-person brand can run the exact same thing by hand, and it costs almost nothing. You don't need TikTok to build you a network. You need 3 people who already post.
The detail I liked was the pay piece. The baristas earn a revenue share off the boosted post, so it's real money. That's the part every old advocacy program skipped.
And that's the piece that makes it work. Employee advocacy has been around forever, and it's always been a graveyard, because nobody got paid and nothing got amplified.
Right. The company begs the staff to reshare the LinkedIn post, and 3 people do it, and it dies.
Every time. This version fixes both ends. You pick the 3 people on your team who post on their own already, the ones who do it whether you asked or not, and you make them the roster. Then you put a little money behind the best thing they already made.
And you don't hand them a script.
You never hand them a script. The second marketing touches it, it stops reading like a person and starts reading like a brand doing an impression of a person. Your job is to find the good post and boost it. Amplify, don't produce.
The pushback I'd expect is the mess of it. Somebody posts something dumb and it's got your logo near it.
Sure, so you write one page that says, here's what you can post and here's what you get paid, and you move on. The risk people obsess over is tiny next to the thing they're leaving on the table, which is a permanent supply of first-person footage that beats anything you'd stage.
Does the platform even matter? Everybody's fixated on the barista thing, but the principle travels.
It travels anywhere the format rewards a face. TikTok, Reels, a founder on LinkedIn. The platform is a detail. The asset is a human on your payroll who already knows how to talk to a camera and already knows your product cold. You're not buying reach, you're noticing it.
How do you keep it from turning into a compliance headache, though? The disclosure part scares people.
You put the disclosure in the caption the same way any creator does, paid partnership tag, and you make it one line in that one-page note. It's not complicated. The thing that actually goes wrong isn't disclosure, it's picking the wrong 3 people. Pick the ones who already have a voice, not the ones with the most followers on the org chart.
Because a shift manager with 2,000 followers who's actually funny beats a VP with 15,000 who posts like a memo.
Every day of the week. Follower count isn't the qualifier. Whether a camera likes them is the qualifier, and you already know who that's in your building. You've watched them do it at the holiday party.
And you're paying them for work they were doing for free anyway.
Which is the honest version of this. The old model asked people to donate their audience to the brand. This one pays them for it. That's the difference between a program people quietly resent and one they actually want a spot in.
It's funny. The big platform productizes it, wraps a press release around it, and calls it new.
They put a name on it and a launch date on it. The move underneath is old as dirt. The edge here was never budget. It was permission to be specific and fast, and your staff already has it. 3 things you can actually do today. 1. Pick the 3 people who already post, not the whole staff. Give them a one-page yes you can note, and put spend behind the best thing they've already made, instead of reshooting it in a studio.
2. Don't script it. Find the good post and boost it. The reason it works is that nobody in marketing touched it.
3. Point the budget at profile follows and saves to the brand account, not likes on their post. That's how you learn which of your people actually pulls strangers back to you.
Okay, my desk. And this one is a numbers story that Kendall ran down and Travis had flagged right under it. Whey protein isolate is trading around $11 a pound. That's a level the USDA, as far as anyone can tell, has never recorded. Concentrate is up 108%, isolate up about 139%, and finished protein products are running 50 to 110% over where they sat in 2024.
And whey isn't something you can just make more of when you want it. It's a co-product of cheese.
Meaning what for supply?
Meaning the only way to get more whey is to make more cheese, and cheese capacity takes years to build. So you've got demand going straight up because every GLP-1 prescription now comes with a protein instruction attached, and supply that physically can't move for years. That gap doesn't close on a timeline that helps a small brand.
So who ends up eating the increase?
Not the national brand with a signed multi-year contract and a procurement desk. Not the private label line the retailer is building to sit right next to you. The independent buying 20 pallets on the spot market eats it. And every week this holds, shelf space moves quietly from the little operators to the giants, and there's never a press release about it. That's the part that ought to make you mad.
It's the whole pattern, isn't it? The big players are insulated from the squeeze, and the small ones absorb it.
Every single time. So the question isn't how to outbuy them because you can't. The question is what you say to your own people while it's happening.
And what's that?
You stop selling the spec. 26 grams of whey isolate is a promise you can't price 18 months out, and the day you cut the grams or raise the price, that number on the label becomes a receipt for your own retreat. So sell what you actually control. The dairy, the state, the name of the co-op. A buyer can verify that, and it doesn't shrink when the market moves.
And you say the cost part out loud instead of hiding it.
You get in front of it. A 30-second video that says, here's what's happening to protein right now, and here's why our number moved, reads as confidence. And confidence is the whole sale in a nervous aisle. The brands that come out the other side of this are the ones who told the truth about cost while the cost was happening.
Which is the opposite of quietly shrinking the scoop and hoping nobody notices.
Somebody always notices, and that somebody usually posts it. Honesty about the number is cheaper than getting caught being quiet about it.
Is there a version of this that isn't just doom, though? A small brand can't go build a cheese plant.
The version that isn't doom is that scarcity makes provenance worth more, not less. When everyone's protein is getting squeezed and repriced, the brand that can tell you exactly where its supply comes from and why it's stable starts to look like the safe harbor. You can't outbuy the giant, but you can out-explain it.
And the giant structurally can't do that. Their whole supply chain is built to make the source invisible and interchangeable.
That's exactly the gap. A national brand blends whey from wherever the contract landed that quarter. It can't name a dairy because the entire point of the contract was that the dairy doesn't matter. Yours does. That's the one thing you own that no reformulation and no procurement desk can copy.
Cheaper than a rebrand, too.
Cheaper than everything. It's a caption and a phone. 3 moves before we go on. 1. When your input cost jumps, say so on camera before a shopper notices the price. 30 seconds. Plain language. Here's what moved and here's why. Confidence sells in a nervous aisle.
2. Put the receipt in the frame. Hold up the actual price chart, blur what you have to, and let people see it instead of taking your word for it. Rough evidence beats a clean claim right now.
3. Build one product's whole content lane around where it comes from and why you didn't cut it. Make the sourcing decision the story, not a line on the back panel.
Last stretch, and this one's straight off what actually shipped this week. Eddie pulled 2 videos off the tactics desk that had no business working, and both went nuclear. First one, a 16-year-old in the UK launches an account with a 4-minute get ready with me. One take, no cuts, no trend audio, and in the caption she says she's worried about getting bullied at school. First video clears 11.7 million views, 400,000 followers in 72 hours.
4 minutes? That breaks every short-form rule there is.
Every one of them. And right next to it, an account called CIO0061 posts a single unbroken take lip sync, one POV premise stated in the title before the joke even starts, and it's the biggest reel of the week at 336 million views.
So what's the thread between a 4-minute confession and a 15-second lip sync?
No cuts, and a reason to stay stated up front. The unedited take removes every exit point. There's no jump cut where your thumb decides to leave. And the title or the first line tells you exactly what you're spending your next 30 seconds on.
The instinct for most brands would be to spend more, though. Better camera, tighter edit, a real crew.
And that's the trap. The production line is the wrong place to put your money right now. Look at the other end of this same week. Formula One dropped a 90-second film, Colin Farrell narrating, all 22 drivers, a licensed track. Beautiful. Cost a fortune. And it only works because they have 22 famous people and a movie star. You can't copy that, and you shouldn't try.
Whereas the one take costs a phone.
A phone and one specific idea. And here's the operator wrinkle nobody mentions. Your brand account is shut out of half the trending sounds because the licensed audio is off limits to business profiles. So the single-take formats, the ones built on original audio or no audio lock at all, are literally the ones you're allowed to enter.
So the constraint points you at the right format for free.
The constraint is the map. Everybody treats the audio lockout like a bug in the system. It's a sign telling you where your lane is. The thing that's working this week is also the thing you can actually post.
And it's the one thing a brand with a huge budget can't buy its way past.
They can't outspend a real moment. That's the whole reason a kid with a phone beat a movie star this week.
Does this work for a brand that isn't a person, though? A snack bag can't do a 4-minute confession.
The person is the format, not the topic. You don't need a confession. You need a specific human with a specific job saying a true thing in one take. The line cook, the person who runs your returns desk, the founder at the end of a long day. The stakes don't have to be dramatic. They have to be real and stated in the first breath.
So the title does the work the edit used to do.
The title is the whole hook now. It sets the contract with the viewer. You tell them what they're about to watch and why it matters to them before you've earned a single second. And the ones who stay are the ones who actually wanted it. That's a better audience than a jump cut ever bought you. 3 things from this one. 1. Shoot one unbroken take, straight to camera, under 30 seconds, and put the whole premise in the title before your first word. The person who actually loads the truck at 4 in the morning beats any polished brand film you can afford.
2. State the stakes in the first 2 seconds. 11 million people stayed 4 minutes because the girl told them what she was risking. Give the viewer a reason not to leave.
3. Use original audio or no audio lock, not a licensed track. Your brand account is shut out of the trending songs anyway, and the one-take formats are the ones the platform won't strip.
That's the show. Look, if you're a food or beverage brand posting into the void, feed's not moving, you hit publish and nothing lands, the problem usually isn't the product, it's that nobody owns the whole operation. That's what I do. Strategy, the content itself, and the community management run as one thing, not 3 vendors pointing at each other. Over 15 years doing organic social and food and beverage, if your channel deserves better than it's getting, find me at gallucci.net or DM at gallucci.net on Instagram or LinkedIn. Go get some coffee. See you tomorrow.